Yeah, I know you're probably tired of hearing it, but imagine if you're a meteorologist. You have to talk about this thing for the next 48 hours. So let's send things out to our chief meteorologist, Zach Daniel, who's out with Storm Rider. Zach?
Yeah, you know, when we talk about wintry weather, some people absolutely hate it. There's other people that absolutely love it. So, you know, when you're delivering the message, you know, at least some people are pretty excited about it. But when it comes to ice, I'm pretty sure nobody is happy to see that. And unfortunately, that's exactly what we have headed our way for tomorrow. This first winter weather event has moved out. It laid down a good layer of 1 to 3 inches of snow, a little bit more in some cases, especially north and east of here. And it also stuck to everything. So you can see the trees behind me. This one right here, kind of an indication of what happened. It coated everything with the snow that went nowhere, so there's some weight on the trees already, and we're going to add a lot more weight to that in the form of ice as we get into tomorrow. So let's check out the, first off, current conditions out at RIC, and we're still sitting at 30 degrees. It's been a cold day. We never got back to freezing, and a little bit of wind chill as well, making it feel like 22. Other temperatures across Virginia are all below freezing for the most part. There are some exceptions. A few locations, especially south and east of here, did make it above freezing. And what we're going to see tomorrow is different than what we have had. We had some sleet and snow last night. Let me show you what happened with the sleet. With the sleet, you end up getting snow first. It melts in a small warm layer, and then it has plenty of time to refreeze into ice pellets. And that's what you get. When ice pellets are falling from the sky, bouncing off your hand, bouncing off your windshield, that's sleet. Falling ice is sleet. Freezing rain is a different animal. You got a bigger area of warm air, so there's not enough time for it to refreeze. The cold air is very shallow, so it falls in liquid form and coats everything with ice. It is the worst type of wintry weather, especially with some of these pine trees that are top heavy. They start to lean over and they'll snap. I do expect quite a few down trees and down power lines as well, with lots of power outages. Let me show you what we've got through our Sky Tracker camera right now. And this is through our diamond cam. Got some snow out there, and these roads are going to freeze up again with the sunlight today. Again, came through the clouds. We were cloudy all day long, but some of that radiation will still allow some of the roads to melt a little bit. But when the sun goes down, those roads are going to freeze up again very quickly. Be very, very careful if you absolutely have to get out tonight. Let's check the warnings. So we have the ice storm warning, and keep in mind, still a winter weather advisory until midnight tonight, but an ice storm warning for tomorrow in the fuchsia over to our west. It's a winter storm warning because we'll have a little bit of sleet as well as the ice, and a winter weather advisory over to our east. On radar right now, nothing going on across Virginia except for a little bit of freezing drizzle. That's why we have the winter weather advisory. On the broad view, we're going to be watching down to our south and west for more precipitation to develop. For more on that, let's go inside to meteorologist Mike Stone. Mike?
Miller and Julie Bragg. Right now, let's send it over to our chief meteorologist, Zach Daniel. Staying dry in the studio, Zach.
Yeah, I got soaked getting in here, though, a little bit earlier. I tell you what, this is exceptional flooding. Not all flooding situations are the same, just like all severe thunderstorm warnings are not the same. This is exceptional stuff. We're talking about 3, 4, maybe even 5 inches of rain in some isolated locations, broad areas of the Richmond area, over 2 inches of rainfall. And this is because we have extremely heavy rainfall, lots of moisture, all being just wrung out over the same location because of the stalled front. And you can see the heavy rainfall that continues Varina to Sandston, Highland Springs area, up toward Mechanicsville, downtown Richmond, although the slip, the bottom area, starting to get a little bit of a break. The near West End Museum District all the way out toward Tuckahoe and Short Pump. Very heavy rainfall continues. I'll put this into motion for you, and you can see everything just kind of continues to stay in the same location. Now notice a lot of the reds and oranges beginning to shrink. That's a good thing. Eventually these storms will essentially just rain themselves out. There's no support in the upper levels. That's a good thing, but as of right now, we still have rainfall rates anywhere from 1.5 inches to over 2 inches per hour, and these storms are staying in the same location for more than an hour. So that's resulted in a lot of rainfall here. We're looking at the Maymont area, 2.3 inches. Windsor Farms, 2.6 inches, 2.7 up around Bryan Park. I took this reading about 10 minutes ago, so there's even more rainfall in these locations than what you're seeing here. Flash flood warning remains in effect. Area here in the beige until 6 o'clock. A new flash flood warning coming out as well. It's going to be right here where the end of the yellow arrow is until 7 o'clock. That's going to be for Henrico County and a little piece of Hanover County as well. You can see there's the new warning. So much of the Richmond area under a flash flood warning, a flood advisory farther north, Ashland, Hanover area. Also a flood advisory Midlothian down to Mosley. And again, that front just draped straight across central Virginia, and these showers and storms is trying to push back to the north and west, but a new storm is developing, so it appears as though they're not moving, but they just continue to build over and over again. For tonight, the rain chances will be decreasing, 40% by 8 o'clock, 30% by 9 o'clock, and then a bit lower as we head toward midnight. But damage has been done. A ton of rainfall out there. Do not get out on the roads if you don't absolutely have to over the next couple of hours. Talk more about your forecast straight ahead.
Let's begin with the latest track of the storm with our Chief Meteorologist Zach Daniel. He's in the Backyard Weather Center. Zach?
Hey, Julie. Yeah, Elsa is now inland right along the Georgia-Florida line and continues to weaken and accelerate. Now it's going to be a big rainmaker as well as the potential for producing some tornadoes as it continues its trek across land. Let me show you the very latest on Elsa. And again, it's got winds of 50 miles per hour sustained, so still a wind maker here, moving to the north at 14. It's going to take the northeast turn, and it looks like it will be a tropical depression, a strong tropical depression as it comes into Virginia, and it may move right over Richmond the way it looks right now. And it's going to be moving through very quickly, though, but it is going to be here long enough to produce a lot of rainfall for us. And look at the track. It's going to go all the way up the East Coast, likely re-strengthening to a tropical storm as it continues through the northeast. There is Elsa right now. You see all the heavy rainfall with it and a tornado watch currently in effect. Out ahead of Elsa, we have tropical storm warnings for coastal Georgia into South Carolina, and then tropical storm watches for all of North Carolina and all of Virginia beaches. And then inland as well, we have a tropical storm watch, which includes part of the northern neck, the middle peninsula, and down into Hampton Roads. So you can see some of the locations here affected. Gusts to 40 miles per hour will be possible, as well as flooding and the possibility for tornadoes. Out there right now, we have one severe storm sitting just north of Lovingston. Another storm a little bit south of Charlottesville, and also one a little bit south of Lexington. That's it. The rest of it's just baking in the heat. Most areas are well in the low to mid-90s. It's 94 here in Richmond right now. Here's a look at your forecast for the rest of this evening. Just partly cloudy skies and very warm, with temperatures still in the low 80s by 11 o'clock tonight. We'll talk more about the impact to the Commonwealth of Virginia as well as the Richmond area from Elsa tomorrow with your hour-by-hour forecast. Straight ahead. Colonial Beach, just a couple miles west of Colonial Beach. Colonial Beach not in the tornado warning. It looks like it is going to move just a little bit west of Colonial Beach. Let's put that in motion real quick, Mike. I want to see that circulation once more. Okay, it's going to come close. It's actually going to be affecting areas that are outside of the tornado warning. So a little bit of Westmoreland County is going to be in the threat area here. And you can see it's already right on that polygon. So you need to stay alert here between Primm and Colonial Beach, especially in Primm. Again, that's a strong circulation, indication that there could be a developing tornado. Again, no confirmation of a tornado on the ground. This is all Doppler radar indicated, but that's a pretty good circulation. Again, this is the third tornado warning, really the second tornadic storm of the day that we've had. We had one down in the Petersburg area, had a confirmed funnel down there with that storm, and this was the second tornado warning. This goes until 1:30, so another 10 minutes, and wouldn't be surprised. It may have a new little polygon added onto this here shortly to take it through a little bit of Westmoreland County. We'll see. You have different warning offices handling these things, so that comes into play sometimes. But again, Mike's drawing a red arrow from the direction of movement, again taking it out of this polygon just a little bit. Again, that's the circulation right in there, and this tornado warning goes until 1:30. Current time is coming up on 1:21. And we have the severe thunderstorm warning down in parts of Charles City County as well as Prince George County until 1:45. But this is the only tornado warning at this time. Again, right in here is where that circulation is going to be. It's not a classic signature from a tornadic storm, but there is most definitely a circulation in there, even being resolved from a fairly distant radar site. Right in here, it's getting good air, good storm relative air into it, and so there's nothing to disrupt the circulation, and it's developing in a very strongly sheared environment. The whole area is under a tornado watch until 7 o'clock tonight. And you see, there's the tornado watch. Again, we've got the tornado warning up in King George County and a severe thunderstorm warning in northern sections of Prince George County and Charles City County. So severe thunderstorm warning here, tornado warning up north, whole area in dark red, tornado watch until 7 o'clock. And I do expect a few more storms to develop. As of right now, everything back to the west is pretty benign, just a few isolated showers.
But again, anything that gets going, especially if the sun starts coming out, we start getting a little bit more aggressive vertical growth with these things, then that is where we could get more tornado warnings. As of right now, just this one severe thunderstorm.